God damn.
What a crazy ass episode.
Whew.
Shinji's mom's a robot, bro.
Okay.
Okay, alright, here's my theory on what the Evas are, right? So you know how they could take the personality and mind of a person and put it in a robot or in a computer?
Yeah.
I think they did that with so they have Adam in the thing, right? And he's kind of like laying there like, ugh. I think they took Adam and put him in the Evas. And like, also put Shinji's mom in Eva Unit 1. Think about it, bro.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like... Yeah. So, like, I'm assuming they split, like, Adam's personality or whatever into all the different Evas. Because there's, like, what, how many Evas? Like, 7?
Total, something like that, I think.
6 or 7,
that I know of, yeah.
So, maybe, like, got split into 6 or 7 parts. Because, like, Adam's, like, the first of the angels.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So maybe.
Yeah.
It's a solid hypothesis, I think.
So it's kind of funny because like the last the episodes have been
also Rei is a clone of Shinji's mom. I just have to fucking say it. I'm tired of holding it in.
I think we're kind of figuring that out anyway.
Yeah. Like
when you go in her head and she's like, she basically says like, I'm that person.
Yeah.
Or I'm a vision of that person.
Yeah. And
it shows like a billion of her.
Yeah, and that's why Gendo's like so like close to Rei. Yeah. And everything.
Yep.
And that's why she like says the same stuff that like in a flashback Shinji's mom says to him. Yeah. She's like a weird clone. There's like a bunch of Reis in the tank.
So we start off pretty lighthearted.
Yeah.
Especially compared to the last few episodes. Like, the show's been getting
got
darker.
Fucking dark, dude.
And then, at the very beginning, it's all light. I mean, Asuka's, like, chewing Shinji out for, like, his personality in a very, like, a pretty mean way, but...
Oh, yeah. That's what she does.
But, you know, Misato's like, hey...
That's just how he is.
New angel shows up. It's a weird ball boy.
Yeah.
So, we...
Not a screaming... rhombus this time.
We get our little child soldiers, get them ready, get them out there, and it creates like a weird ass shadow realm dimension thing.
The shadow realm.
And Shinji gets sucked into the shadow realm.
Yeah.
And he's stuck there for 16 hours.
At least.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm about to die. Alright, let me just... I'm cold. It smells like blood in here.
So he has all... You really get in his head.
Yeah.
He's like,
you... He's like there are many Shinjis. There's the Shinji and Asuka. There's the Shinji and Rei. There's the Shinji and you. All of them are the true Shinji.
Because they all...
That's how they perceive you.
Well, and they all have... every version of himself has the same effect on him. Like, because he's so terrified of anyone else, like, thinking something of him that will, like, eventually lead to him getting hurt, because...
Right.
His dad abandoned him, so...
Right.
And his mom died.
Yeah. And got turned into a giant fighting robot. It's like Spencer from Bionic Commando, where his wife got turned into his robot arm.
Except not shit.
Oh, come on, man. It wasn't that bad.
So, we get in his head, like some cool black and white line art imagery going on. He's talking to like a child version of himself.
Yeah.
Some cool stuff like that.
The Shinji in his brain.
And meanwhile, Ritsuko, Misato, and
like,
the other
Ritsuko
girls
kind of figures out that Misato like knows more than what really she should. And yeah.
Because Ritsuko knows the full deal, and Misato kind of doesn't.
Yeah. And it's kind of bugging Misato a lot. Which really, it would me too.
Oh yeah, and Ritsuko's like, all right, we're gonna fucking blow the shit out of this angel, and Shinji might make it fuck it.
Yeah, we're only
interested in protecting
Unit 1.
Yeah,
and like, why are you so concerned about Unit 1? There's something fishy going on here.
So as the power begins to shut down, and like Shinji falls unconscious, the Eva takes control and fucking
tears itself out, like the ghost of his mom like holds him, and like the Eva goes berserk and like tears open. You go to Asuka, she's like got the...
It has burst from the black and white ball and Angel-y goodness.
Asuka is like, she's got like the lines under her eyes, like the surprise look. She's like, what are we in right now?
What the fuck? It's also interesting earlier when Rei and Asuka are talking, and Asuka's like, you know, she's been shitty towards Shinji the whole episode.
Yeah.
And she's like,
except for the part in the locker room, she's like swooning over him because he did well on one of their tests.
Well, yeah, but in
front of him,
she has complicated feelings about the poor little kid.
Yeah, about the lad.
And she's talking to Rei, and she's just talking shit, and Rei's like giving her this dead ass eye, you know, the Rei look, and
Rei look,
and she says, "Is the real reason you pilot the Ava
for other people's praise?"
And she's like, no, I do it
to praise myself.
Yeah, which just ties into the fact that she really doesn't think highly of herself at all.
Right.
She kind of hates herself a little bit, like all of our characters do, right?
Yeah, kind of.
It's just Depression City.
Yeah.
In Evangelion.
This is not a happy anime.
So.
All right. Yeah, it's a sad show. You know what I kind of wanted?
What?
I kind of wanted more of like Shinji in the like void and like him kind of confronting himself.
I think we will get more of that stuff
later
as the show goes on.
Okay, I hope so.
I've always heard that this episode is like the turning point of.
This is the falling off point of like, oh shit's going crazy.
Yeah.
All right. That's hype. This is a good episode. I like this one.
Yep. Me too. It was very enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
We're
still trying to figure out what's up with the Spear of Longinus.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll
come in at some point.
Yeah. Most of the big plot stuff is still up in here for the most part.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think Eva Unit 1 bursting out of the angel is probably one of my favorite scenes.
It's like covered in blood.
Yeah.
It's like white. It's kind of like a white, kind of like yellowish, clouded background, and Eva Unit 1 is it's purple. It's like this red. It's like dripping in blood.
Yeah.
And all you see is just like its glowing eyes, which is like so hype. I'm all for like the cool cinematic shots in this in this show. It's hype.
Also, if your theory about Eva Unit 1 is correct,
yes,
then it makes a lot of sense why Rei would not have any problem piloting Unit 1 at all.
And Shinji would have trouble piloting
0, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense why Rei and Shinji both would have no problems with Unit 1. But they didn't let Asuka near it at all.
Right. And it also kind of makes sense why they kind of like get along very well.
Yeah. Kind of. As well as Rei gets along with anybody that's not Gendo anyway.
Well, I mean, like, Rei, it's kind of shown that Rei kind of cares about Shinji.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And she kind of like got flustered and whatnot when Shinji told her, "Oh, you look like a mother when you did that." And he's like, "Oh, you look like you make a great housewife." And she's like, "What are you saying?"
Don't say that, Shinji-kun.
Don't stare at me too long.
So, yeah. Good stuff all around.
Shinji likes to stare at Rei. He's kind of creepy.
Yeah. He just stares in general.
Yeah.
Except
at Asuka.
He stares sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
When she's bending.
Oh, yeah.
When she's not looking, he's staring.
Oh, yeah. He's kind of creep staring, you know, out the corner of his eye. Like
he is a 14-year-old boy. We gotta remember.
Oh yeah, it's true.
He is a depressed, psychologically disturbed, and post-traumatic stress disorder having little boy, but he's still a little boy. He's got strange feelings. About lots of girls. Also, when he's like panicking, like when he's going into the shadow realm.
Yeah.
That's what it's called now. He's going into the Shadow Realm, and when he's like beating against the escape hatch, like the order that he yells people's names is pretty interesting. Like it's when he's falling into the Shadow Realm.
He yells father last.
It's Misato. He doesn't even say Gendo's name when he's going into the Shadow Realm. It's like, Misato, help me, please. I thought, why isn't anybody helping me?
Yeah, where's my backup?
Asuka, Ayanami, please help me. And then when he's pounding against the door, it's like Misato, Asuka, Ayanami, and then he says father as like he is giving up.
Yeah.
And then when when he wakes up, like Misato's crying over him, and he's like, "I just wanted to see you one
last time." Hell yeah!
They have such a cool relationship. It's one of.
She's kind of helped him out of his like shell.
She is some weird mix between a boss, a mother, a sister, a teacher, and he thinks she's hot.
Yeah.
It's really confusing, but it's interesting. It's interesting.
It works really well.
So, yeah, good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for the next one.
Oh, yeah. You should be too.
Yeah, see you guys later.